ये लोग सांप से कर रहे हैं और जनता से वोट मांग रहे हैं। लेकिन भाइयों बहनों, सांप तो भगवान शंकर के गले की शोभा है।
Gali politics has taken center stage in poll-bound Karnataka. After Prime Minister Modi questioned Congress over hurling the poisonous snake abuse on him, the Gandhi family hit back.
कहते हो कि कांग्रेस ने मेरे ऊपर 91 बार आक्रमण किया।
ನೀವು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ನನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಅನೇಕ ಬಾರಿ ಆಕ್ರಮಣ ಮಾಡ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ,
मगर आप ये कभी नहीं कहते हो कि कर्नाटक के लिए मैंने क्या किया।
ಆದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನೇನು ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ।
अगले भाषण में आप ये बताइए कर्नाटक की जनता को कि पिछले 3 सालों में आपने कौन सी चीजें की और अगले 5 सालों में आप क्या करने जा रहे हो।
देखिए, इस चुनाव में मुद्दे क्या हैं उससे ध्यान मत भटकाइए। मुद्दे महंगाई, बेरोजगारी, विकास नहीं हुआ है, लूटा गया है जनता को, यही मुद्दे हैं। अगर मोदी जी या बीजेपी के जो नेता हैं जनता का ध्यान कहीं और आकर्षित करना चाहते हैं, उसको भटकाना चाहते हैं, तो वो करें, हम नहीं करेंगे।
Congress mocked Modi for crying over abuses and released Cry PM posters. Congress MLA Priyank Kharge meanwhile took another personal jibe at PM Modi, calling him a Nalayak beta, a worthless son. Days after his father Kharge called Modi a poisonous snake.
ಮೊನ್ನೆ ನೀವು ಗುಲ್ಬರ್ಗಾಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ನೀವು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಬಂಜಾರ ಸಮಾಜದವರಿಗೆ? आप सब लोग डरिए मत, बंजारा का एक बेटा दिल्ली में बैठा है अंता। ऐसा नालायक बेटा बेटा तो कैसा होता भाई, घर कैसे चलेगा? हाँ,
ನೀವೇನಾದರೂ ತಪ್ಪು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ। ಮೋದಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ವಿಷದ ಹಾವಿದ್ದಂಗೆ। ನೀವಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ವಿಷ ಅದ ಇಲ್ಲ ನೋಡೋಣ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೆಕ್ ನೋಡೋಣ ನೆಕ್ಕಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿರಿ, ನೆಕ್ಕರು ಸತ್ತ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದು ವಿಷ ಅದಾನೋ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಮೋದಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಣ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ಪ್ರಧಾನ ಮಂತ್ರಿ, ನಾವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡೋಣ ನೆಕ್ ನೋಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಆ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನ ನೆಕ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಮಲಗೇ ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಲ್ಲೇ।
The BJP hit back at the Gandhi family.
जो एक देश का प्रधानमंत्री के बारे में ऐसा बयान दे रहे हैं ना, इससे कांग्रेस कर्नाटक में सफाई हो जाएगा। जो गांधी फैमिली है, जो सोनिया गांधी फैमिली है, वो नालायक फैमिली है, देश के लिए वो खतरा है।
कांग्रेस पार्टी का सभी नेता सोनिया गांधी से लेके अभी मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे, अभी प्रियंका खड़गे तक, जब उनका पिताजी है इसे गंदी भाषा का, अनाप शनाप भाषा का प्रयोग कर सकते तो बेटा भी ऐसे करते। इट शोज द कल्चर ऑफ द कांग्रेस पार्टी।
Modi has earlier listed 91 times the Congress abused him and said it will inspire him to work even harder.
मेरी तुलना ये लोग सांप से कर रहे हैं और जनता से वोट मांग रहे हैं। लेकिन भाइयों बहनों, सांप तो भगवान शंकर के गले की शोभा है। और मेरे लिए देश की जनता ईश्वर का रूप है, शिव का ही स्वरूप है। इसलिए ईश्वर रूपी जनता के गले का सांप होना भी मुझे स्वीकार है।
Will Gali politics impact Karnataka polls? With Nagarjun Dwarkanath in Bengaluru, Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, let's open this up. Joining us on this edition of To The Point, we have Lavanya Balal, spokesperson of the Congress. Also with us is Neeti Jain, spokesperson of the BJP. Good evening to both of you. Lavanya, if I could begin with you first. Priyanka Gandhi very rightly said that the issues that this election must be focused on should be inflation, should be unemployment, should be corruption. Then what's the need for senior leaders of the Congress to make comments like poisonous snake and Nalayak?
Yeah, well, there has been explanation given to both of these comments by Mallikarjun Kharge ji as well as Priyanka Kharge ji. If you notice, Prime Minister has very beautifully diverted the election from all of the above topics to, oh, look at me, I'm the victim. He placed the victim card very beautifully when
But
it was
you handed it to him in a platter. You handed it to him in a platter by
No.
making these comments. And let me just highlight here that the clarification that's come from Mallikarjun Kharge with regards to what his son has said is don't put words in his mouth. He didn't say it, he's apologized. That's not a clarification.
If you would let me complete my sentences, please.
Go ahead.
Yeah. As I was saying, the Prime Minister always comes to a state with a victim card and diverts the entire agenda of the election. He claims 91 times he's been abused by the Congress. We would like to see a list of the 91 abuses that the Prime Minister falsely claims that has been, he's been attacked by. We would like to say that because I was listening to a speech the other day in Karnataka and the first 30 seconds are completely not correct. It is all false information that he's been giving there about claiming how the Congress has not worked for the state. All we are saying is, sir, why aren't you coming and talking about how the people of Karnataka have been facing challenges? Why do you come and make it such a personal thing every time? Whenever the BJP calls our Sonia Gandhi ji as a bar dancer, I don't see anybody, creating a hue and cry from the BJP. Neither does the WCD minister, nor does the NCW comment about it. Neither does the senior BJP leaders comment about how it is incorrect for a 75-year-old MP to be falsely alleged that she was a bar dancer. No, nobody says that. You call her Congress ki vidwa. Nobody talks about it.
Okay.
Now, we would like to know, nobody makes it an election issue in Congress. But yes, in the BJP, if there is a slip of tongue, if there is something compared, that becomes an election issue. When Mr. Amit Shah called opposition as rats and bandicoots, foxes and snakes, there was no hue and cry.
Okay,
Is it
let's-
because Mr. Amit Shah comes from an upper caste and Mr. Kharge comes from a Dalit community?
Let me give BJP a chance to respond. Let me give the BJP a chance to respond. Is the BJP, Neeti Jain, equally guilty of this kind of abusive, low-level political discourse? You had a BJP MLA just days ago in response to Mallikarjun Kharge referring to Sonia Gandhi as a venomous woman.
All right, Akshita, first of all, I think it is pretty rich of the Congress party to first start the entire abuse narrative and then blame us for taking it forward. I think the Congress needs to look in within, and the explanations that you've given, we hear the senior Kharge say Modi is a venomous snake, and then he comes out and gives an explanation that doesn't hold water. Then his son has made the statements that he did, and now they're saying like, we were still not talking about Modi ji, and then they come out and cry about the entire matter. So I think it is the Congress party that is deviating from the entire matter. If you say that the BJP has not been talking about the work that we have done, I think all we have been talking about is the work that we have done and that we intend to do in the next 5 years. It wasn't us that came out and made all of those statements. And the second part, that the question that you asked me, you cannot compare a junior MLA person to an entire national president of the Congress party. And the person that you're talking about has been reprimanded, has been pulled up for the things that he has said. Has any action been taken? They have just made the statement and then they come out and say,
How has he been pulled up? You're saying he's a junior leader, he's a BJP MLA. I'd suggest that anyone who is part of the party who makes that kind of a comment should face action. You're saying he's been pulled up. How?
I agree, and all I'm saying is it is an internal party matter, Akshita, but it has been taken care of. But the point is, when somebody senior like Mr. Kharge comes out and makes a statement about the elected Prime Minister of the country and calls him a venomous snake, it is not an equivalent of the status of the people who have made that statement also. Plus, this is the statement that nobody has apologized about. All they have said, we did not say this about Modi ji. But
Lavanya, your response. And Lavanya, one second. I'll give Lavanya a chance to respond. But Lavanya, I want you to answer my question. Lavanya, hold on. You need to answer my question as well, which I asked you earlier, which you didn't respond to.
Could Could you reiterate the question, please?
So
and
I asked you specifically that you're handing it over to the platter. You're handing it over on a platter. 1 second, Neeti, I'll come back to you. I'll give you a chance to respond. Lavanya Balal, you're handing it over on a platter to the Prime Minister when you accuse him of non-stop talking about him being called all of these names. You've started this discourse again with Mallikarjun Kharge making that comment.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is not handing him over anything on a platter. This is a kind of politics that the BJP practices. I would like to remind the nation and the BJP party.
One at a time, please. One at a time. Neeti, I'll give you time. Let Lavanya Balal finish her point, please. Lavanya, go ahead.
I would like to remind the nation and the BJP party. It was the BJP which started character assassination of Nehru, the first Prime Minister of this nation. It was a character assassination of Indira Gandhi ji and Rajiv Gandhi by the BJP party. They conveniently forget that they were also Prime Ministers of this nation. Nehru was a founding father of this nation when they created fake news about him, about his behavior, and claiming that he had incestuous relationship with his sister, Vijay Lakshmi Pandit. They have no qualms about character assassination of the Prime Ministers who have come from the Congress party. They conveniently forget that. It is a BJP which has reduced the political discourse of this nation to the gutter. The nation deserves better. I do believe we all need to make a collective effort to stop this trend.
No, let's focus on this election. Can you take away from the fact that how did this Gali politics and this entire discourse begin? With a comment made by the party chief, by your Congress party chief. Yes or no?
Yeah, Akshata, it didn't start today. It started 10 years ago with the BJP starting character assassination of Congress leaders. It didn't start today.
Okay.
It didn't start today.
Okay, Neeti, respond to that. Neeti, respond to that. Lavanya also asked you a specific question earlier when she said 91 abuses, the Prime Minister says. What are these 91 abuses? She says the Congress never leveled so many abuses or low-level attacks at the Prime Minister.
Akshita, I have a list of entire 91 abuses. If you want me to read it, you might have to give me some time, or I can send it to your guest coordinator. It started with Gandhi Nali Ka Keeda by B.K. Hariprasad in 2009. Gulab Nabi Azad said Gangu Teli on 17th August 2013. Beni Prasad Verma ne Pagal Kutta kaha 14 July 2013 ko. An entire 91. I can send the list to your guest coordinator, and you can look into that matter. The second point being, when it comes to the respect of the Prime Minister, it was the Pakistani Nawaz Sharif ji who had said Manmohan Singh is a Dehati Aurat, and it was Prime Minister Modi who had said that it is our internal matter, but nobody has the right to say anything to the Prime Minister of this country. And that is the respect that we have from the... Ma'am, I did not speak when you were speaking. Now let me finish. And your leaders are the one who are going on the international platform and talking against India and the Prime Minister, so to say. I think you've forgotten that entire line. So I think you need to look within, and you need to introspect on kinds of names. But you call us all kinds of names, but you also have to realize that in the past 10 years, India has been doing fairly well on the national and the international platform. You cannot take it away from the country. You can keep your eyes closed, but I think the people of the country understand this, and which is why when you abuse Prime Minister Modi, you have to come out with explanations saying कि नहीं हमने मोदी जी को कुछ नहीं कहा, because you know that is the kind of stature that Modi ji holds in the country today. You can come out with all kinds of explanations, and you can call crying Prime Minister, but that is not the point. You are making allegations against him 92 times today. Yesterday it was 91, today
no,
it is
but
92.
The accusation from the Congress, Neeti, is that the BJP is shifting focus from the real issues in Karnataka. It's no longer about unemployment, it's no longer about corruption, is what the Congress is saying.
I'll tell you, Akshita, if you listen to all of our leaders, all we have been talking about, even Nadda ji today when he released the manifesto, if you listen to his speech, he has gone into every detail of what has been done and what needs to be done in the next 5 years. We are only talking about the work and the development. We did not take any personal name calling. We did not get into any kind of abusive politics or anything. That credit goes to you, and if we are responding to that, you cannot hold us accountable for even responding to that. You can keep calling us names, but you want us to just sit and not even respond to that matter.
Lavanya,
that is
let Lavanya respond. Lavanya, go ahead.
Yeah, Akshata, the Prime Minister has conveniently diverted the entire subject matter to his personal
Bhaiya,
attack.
you came out and made the personal attack. You cannot blame it back to the person you are abusing.
If I may finish, and you hold your horses, please.
Man, you've made the same
Prime
point 3
Minister-
times.
Okay,
The
Lavanya,
Prime
go ahead.
Minister- The Prime Minister conveniently plays the victim card. He never comes to Karnataka and asks why he is never held accountable for failing the people of Karnataka. The double engine Sarkar has failed the SC/ST community, the OBC community of Karnataka. It has failed Karnataka during the COVID
But
season.
Lavanya, I'll repeat what I asked you
Karnataka
earlier,
multiple
that the Prime
times.
Minister perhaps would have brought up all of these issues, would have spoken about all of these issues if Mr. Kharge hadn't said what he had said. He is the Congress president after all.
I would like to ask you something. Is he so sensitive when he's in public life that he feels a tiny bit of criticism, a negative criticism, should not be allowed to slide?
Who
but
are
he's
you
gonna-
No, are you
decide
saying
if
poisonous
tiny
snake?
of you-
Are you saying poisonous snake is okay?
At the cost of.
Are
the
you saying
development
that
of
that's
the
merely
national
negative
state?
criticism?
Are you
One second,
saying
Lavanya.
that he is
Lavanya,
such a
one
petty
second.
man?
One second.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Okay, finish.
Are you saying he's such a petty man that he cannot let go of any criticism that comes his way, even if it means the cost of a state's development? The 40% Sarkar that the BJP has been administering in the state is going to lose the election, and that is why the Prime Minister is into this diversionary tactic.
No, so are you saying that a comment like poisonous snake is then acceptable? It should be considered as
I am
constructive
not-
criticism
no.
that the Prime Minister should be okay
Absolutely
with?
not. Absolutely not. I'm not condoning any kind of comments. If you heard me earlier, I said all of these comments, personal criticism.
Then you're saying let the
must
criticism
stop
pass.
Today.
Which
Must
way is
stop
it? Which
today.
way is it? Lavanya, which way is it? You're saying let the criticism pass.
I'm just asking, is the Prime Minister such a sensitive person that he cannot, when he is in public life, that he cannot let slide even a single comment that comes his way, even if it means the cost of 6.5 crore Kannadigas? Is that what you're saying? Is that what the Prime Minister should be focusing on, or the development of the people of this state?
Okay, Neeti,
Which one should be more
let me give Neeti a chance to respond to that. Neeti, according to the Congress, with this kind of comments, the Prime Minister then puts the focus once again on all of this political discourse rather than the real issues in Karnataka because it suits the BJP's narrative.
I think it is not up to them to tell us what we should or should not respond about. If you were so worried about the narrative being distracted, you should not have made those comments. It's as simple as that. You cannot make the comments and then expect कि नहीं आप इस पे react मत करो. What kind of logic is that? I don't understand. If you were so worried about the narrative getting distracted, just don't make those comments and talk about the work that you intend to do, which you don't do. The sad part is that the oldest party in this country has actually resorted to the ways of the newest party in this country. All you're talking about what you will give for free. You're not talking about the development agenda, and you're talking about what the BJP has done. Madam, in the Global Investor Summit, it is 10,000 lakh crore
One second. Take a lesson out of your book. Take a lesson, Neeti. If the Congress today were to take a lesson out of your playbook, and a few days ago when the BJP MLA made this comment when he likened Sonia Gandhi to Vish Kanya, if the Congress had in fact created this anger and protested in the manner that your party does, the entire narrative today would only be on this, would only be back and forth on all this abuse.
Akshita, the entire party and a lot of our senior leadership has come out and said we do not condone the statement that has been made. Let the spokesperson today, and I say it, we do not condone the statement that was made, and it was a wrong thing to say. Let Madam say she is against what Mr. Kharge had said. She is opposing Mr. Kharge in whatever has been said. Let her say that out completely, because no senior leader has said
do you
it.
say that? Do you say that? Do you say that you are against what Mr. Kharge said?
Akshata?
Do you say that you're 100% against what Mr. Kharge said on the Prime Minister?
No, I would like to remind you
Exactly.
that Mr. Kharge has
That is my
given
point.
One second, Neeti, hold on. Lavanya, answer.
I'm amazed at the BJP's ability to read my mind. Anyway, Mr. Kharge, Priyank Kharge, has given an explanation about this particular comment, and I think it should have rested there.
What is the explanation? What is the explanation? One second. What is the explanation,
His
Lavanya?
explanation was, His explanation was this: when the Prime Minister comes to Kalburgi and he says, I am the son of the Banjara community, his question was, why does a son who does not do anything for the Banjara community sit in Delhi? So when you are translating stuff from Kannada to other languages, the language, of course, has different nuances.
No, Lavanya, come on. Lavanya, come on. You know Kannada.
Why
You know
is that
Kannada.
son sitting
You know
there
Kannada.
who is not doing
I know
anything for
Kannada.
the
He
Banjara
used the word
community?
Nalayak. Did he not?
This
This wasn't a lost in translation in any manner. Let's be very clear that this is what Priyank Kharge said.
His question is very clear. His question was, a man who claims to be the son of the Banjara community has betrayed the Banjara community in Delhi. Why does he claim to be the son of Banjara community?
One second.
If he's not
Lavanya,
going to do anything for the Banjara
Lavanya,
community,
you can
what
either,
is Mr.
the
Kharge's
party,
question?
the Congress can either go ahead and condemn the comment that was made by Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, that was made by Priyank Kharge, or you can choose to defend it, you can choose to clarify on it. Are you clarifying or are you apologizing? Which one is it?
I am giving a clarification as to what
So
Mr.
you're saying Priyank Kharge didn't say it?
Can I please finish my sentences?
Go ahead.
Yeah. I was saying I am giving a clarification as to what Mr. Kharge said in the press meet. I am not apologizing for what Mr. Kharge said. All I'm saying is this level of personal criticism from the political leaders has to stop because the nation deserves better. And I also would like to remind that lady on the other side from the BJP that when your Prime Minister called Manmohan Singh as a man who stands under the shower wearing a raincoat or something like that, Manmohan Singh did not respond, neither did the Congress party respond. This is the level of discourse that the Prime Minister brings to the table. I would say right now, Karnataka deserves better. Karnataka needs to go back to focusing on its development for the next 5 years and how to kick out the 40% BJP Sarkar.
Can we move on from this then? Neeti, do you agree with the Congress now saying very clearly that, these are not comments that we endorse in any manner? Can we move on from this Gali politics with 10 days to go?
First of all, they're not saying that. They're not saying we stand with it. They are just trying to clarify कि नहीं हमने ये कहा ही नहीं. There is a difference between condoning it and condemning it, which I think you understand it very well. And this has just been seen on your show right here. She is not condemning what has been said. She is trying to explain कि नहीं उन्होंने कहा ही नहीं Nalayak. When you know, and I know those words have been spoken. He has said Modi is a poisonous snake, and we all heard Modi was said. So there is a difference between the two things. And taking a high road about saying, let's focus on this. You need to stop that politics, ma'am. It wasn't us who came out and made any personal attacks. We have been talking about the development of the state. We have been talking about what was done and what needs to be done.
Lavanya Balal, I'm going to ask you again. Will you go ahead and condemn what Priyank Kharge and what Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge said? I'm not getting a concrete answer from you. Will you condemn what they said? No clarification needed. Yes or no? Will you condemn what they said? Does the party condemn it?
The party has given a clarification on both Kharge's statements.
No, that doesn't stand. You can't lie your way through clarification.
I'm sorry, I'm not lying. It is you, the BJP people, who lie.
I really think you are disillusioned in some way. You are not looking at the facts.
One second, one at a time, please, one at a time. Neeti, just hold on. Neeti, just hold on. Lavanya Balal, are you saying that these comments weren't made? One second, Lavanya Balal, just answer my question, please. Are you saying Priyank Kharge didn't say Nalayak?
I'm not saying he didn't say Nalayak.
He did say it.
I never said that. I said there was a context for the entire thing.
So does the context make it okay? Does the context make it okay?
I am not condoning any of those comments. I've told it multiple times. I'm not condoning any of those comments.
So your party is not okay with these comments?
We are not okay with people calling Congress ki vidhva Bhrashtachari number one.
Answer my question, Lavanya. Answer my question.
We are not okay
answer
with
my
any
question, please.
criticism.
Lavanya, come on, answer my question. The two comments that we've made in the last few days.
The Congress party is not okay with any kind of personal criticism towards any leader from any party. Does that explain it?
Okay, so both parties, both the BJP and the Congress, are saying this kind of low-level political discourse is unacceptable for them. And yet, unfortunately, that's what we're seeing on the ground in the run-up to an election. Lavanya Balal, Neeti Jain, thank you very much for joining us on To The Point this evening. We'll leave it to our viewers to decide who started this kind of a political discourse. In Karnataka, it seeped in yet again. Let's hope that this calls for the end of all of this abuse politics and the people's issues. Unemployment, inflation, corruption, those are the issues that our political parties stick to. Thanks very much for watching. Coming up on the other side is News Track with Rahul Kanwar.
कितना बड़ा फैक्टर है?
देखिए, हर चुनाव में उनकी लोकप्रियता का लाभ भारतीय जनता पार्टी को प्राप्त होता है। अब हमें नहीं बतला सकते कितना बड़ा फैक्टर, कितने परसेंट है, कितने परसेंट लोकल लोग होते हैं, इसके बारे में नहीं कहा जा सकता, लेकिन उनकी लोकप्रियता का लाभ भारतीय जनता पार्टी को निश्चित रूप से प्राप्त होता है।
ऐसे में जब मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे उनकी तुलना एक विषैले सर्प से कर देते हैं, तो इससे आपको लगता है लोगों के मन में क्या असर होगा?
मुझे लगता है कि मोदी जी की जो लोकप्रियता है उसे ये लोग टॉलरेट नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, सहन नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, उसके कारण इनको पीड़ा है। उसके कारण जैसे लगता है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी को बिल्कुल सदमे में आ गई हो। मैं तो ईश्वर से यही प्रार्थना करता हूं कि ईश्वर उनके अंदर वह शक्ति दे ताकि लोकप्रियता जी, मोदी जी की लोकप्रियता के कारण जो उनको सदमा पहुंचा है, जो पीड़ा हुई है, उसको वो सहन कर सके।
पर क्या ऐसे आरोपों के जवाब में सोनिया गांधी के ऊपर टिप्पणी विष कन्या कहना सही होता है?
देखिए, मैं बराबर इस पक्ष का रहा हूं, किसी के बारे में अब शब्दों का प्रयोग नहीं करना चाहिए, और मैंने कभी किसी के संबंध में कोई अपशब्द का प्रयोग किया है तो मैंने अपने राजनीतिक जीवन में कभी उसे एंडोर्स नहीं किया है।
Bookstalls at railway stations. Once a common sight, now a rarity that evokes nostalgia. In an age when bookstalls have expanded to multi-purpose shops, the Sarvodaya Sahitya stall at the Lucknow railway station has stayed true to its aim. That is, to spread awareness about Gandhian ideology.
पिताजी ने गांधी जी की आत्मकथा पढ़ी, विनोबा जी की किताबें कुछ उनके संपर्क में आई, तो जब वो पढ़ा उन्होंने और उसके बाद उनके विचार बदल गए। फिर उनको लगा कि नहीं, मैं ऐसा बुक स्टॉल मेरे पास होना चाहिए जिससे अच्छी किताबें लोगों तक जाएं, अच्छे विचार लोगों तक जाएं और एक आदर्श समाज की स्थापना में मदद हो सके।
Biographies of Mahatma Gandhi, Vinoba Bhave, Bhagat Singh, Netaji and other Indian heroes have pride of place at the shop.